The Atlantic Ocean, a realm of mystery and wonder. It stretches for thousands of miles, connecting continents and shaping our planet. This massive body of water holds countless stories. From ancient myths to modern discoveries, imagine the creatures that must lurk in its dark abyss, or the shipwrecks that lie scattered on the ocean floor. The surface of the Atlantic can be both calm and stormy. Despite its vastness, the Atlantic is not immune to our impact. Join us as we dive into the depths of the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean has played a pivotal role in shaping human history. For centuries, explorers, traders, and adventurers have sailed its waters. They carried with them goods, ideas, and cultures. The Atlantic has witnessed some of history's most significant events, from the voyages of Christopher Columbus to the transatlantic slave trade. Today, the Atlantic remains a vital lifeline for millions of people. It provides food, transportation, and recreation. But the Atlantic is facing unprecedented challenges. Join us as we explore the wonders and mysteries of the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is vast. It stretches from the icy Arctic in the north to the frigid waters of Antarctica in the south. Its boundaries are defined by continents. To the west lie the Americas, North America with its rugged coastline and vast plains, and South America home to the towering Andes Mountains and the mighty Amazon River. On the eastern side of the Atlantic, we find Europe and Africa. Europe with its rich history and diverse cultures, and Africa, the cradle of humankind and a continent of immense natural beauty. Understanding the Atlantic's geography is key to comprehending its complexity. Beneath the surface of the Atlantic lies a hidden world. The ocean floor is a dynamic and ever-changing landscape. One of the most prominent features of the Atlantic Ocean floor is the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. This underwater mountain range stretches for thousands of miles. It marks the boundary between two tectonic plates. These plates are constantly moving apart. As the plates separate, magma rises from the Earth's mantle. This molten rock cools and solidifies, creating new crust. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge is a testament to the immense power of plate tectonics. The ocean floor is also home to vast plains, deep trenches, and towering seamounts. Scattered across the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean are countless islands. These islands vary greatly in size, shape, and origin. The Azores, for example, are a group of volcanic islands located in the North Atlantic. These islands are known for their dramatic landscapes, lush vegetation, and unique wildlife. Further south, in the tropical waters of the Caribbean, we find the Bahamas. This archipelago of over 700 islands and cays is renowned for its crystal-clear waters, white sand beaches, and vibrant coral reefs. Bermuda, on the other hand, is a continental island located off the coast of North America. It is famous for its pink sand beaches, turquoise waters, and distinctive British charm. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest of the world's oceans, covering approximately 20% of the Earth's surface. Its vastness is difficult to comprehend. The average depth of the Atlantic Ocean is approximately 11,962 feet. However, its depths vary significantly. The deepest point in the Atlantic is the Puerto Rico Trench, which plunges to a staggering 28,232 feet. The sheer size and depth of the Atlantic Ocean make it a formidable and awe-inspiring body of water. It is home to a vast array of marine life, from microscopic plankton to giant whales. Its depths remain largely unexplored, holding countless secrets yet to be discovered. The Atlantic Ocean, a formidable barrier to early civilizations, yet it beckoned with the promise of the unknown. Daring explorers ventured out, seeking new lands and opportunities. The Vikings, intrepid seafarers from Scandinavia, were among the first to brave the North Atlantic. Around the 10th century, they reached Greenland and even North America. These early voyages remained shrouded in mystery for centuries. They left behind intriguing archaeological evidence and tantalizing tales. The Vikings opened up the possibility of transatlantic travel, a feat once considered unimaginable. The late 15th century marked a turning point in human history, the Age of Discovery. Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer sailing for the Spanish crown, embarked on a voyage that would reshape the world. In 1492, Columbus crossed the Atlantic and made landfall in the Americas. This momentous event had far-reaching consequences. It opened up the New World to European exploration, colonization, and trade. The Atlantic became a highway for exploration and conquest. The Age of Discovery was a time of both progress and exploitation. It led to the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between Europe and the Americas. The Atlantic Ocean became the lifeblood of a burgeoning global economy. Trade routes crisscrossed its waters, connecting Europe, Africa, and the Americas in a complex web of commerce. These routes facilitated the exchange of goods, raw materials, and, tragically, human lives. The triangular trade is a stark example of this interconnectedness. European ships carried manufactured goods to Africa, where they were exchanged for enslaved Africans. These enslaved people were then transported to the Americas to work on plantations producing sugar, tobacco, and cotton. The profits from these crops flowed back to Europe, fueling further economic growth. The legacy of colonialism and the transatlantic slave trade continues to cast a long shadow on the world today. The Atlantic Ocean has continued to shape human history in the modern era. It has witnessed technological marvels, devastating conflicts, and profound cultural shifts. From the golden age of transatlantic passenger liners to the development of submarine warfare, the Atlantic has been at the forefront of historical change. The sinking of the RMS Titanic in 1912, a tragedy that claimed over 1,500 lives, shocked the world and highlighted the dangers of ocean travel. During World War II, the Battle of the Atlantic raged between Allied and German forces, a protracted struggle for control of vital shipping lanes. This naval campaign, a pivotal chapter in the war, demonstrated the strategic importance of the Atlantic. The Cold War saw the Atlantic Ocean become a dividing line between the capitalist West and the communist East. The Atlantic Ocean teems with life, a vast ecosystem supporting a staggering array of species. From microscopic plankton to massive whales, the diversity of life in the Atlantic is astounding. Sunlight bathes the surface waters, fueling the growth of phytoplankton. These tiny organisms form the base of the food chain. Small fish graze on plankton, in turn becoming prey for larger predators. Coastal areas teem with activity. Rocky shores provide shelter for crabs, mussels, and sea stars. Estuaries, where freshwater rivers meet the salty ocean, serve as nurseries for many fish species. Sharks, tuna, and other pelagic fish patrol these waters, constantly on the move in search of food. The open ocean, a vast and challenging environment. Hidden beneath the waves in warm, shallow waters lie the Atlantic's coral reefs. These underwater cities are teeming with life, a kaleidoscope of colors and shapes. Coral reefs, often called the rainforests of the sea, are biodiversity hotspots. Corals themselves are tiny animals, polyps that secrete calcium carbonate skeletons. Over time, these skeletons build up, forming the intricate structures we call reefs. Reefs provide shelter and food for a dazzling array of marine life. Fish, with their vibrant colors and patterns, dart in and out of the coral branches, but coral reefs are under threat. Protecting these fragile ecosystems is crucial. As we descend into the depths of the Atlantic, sunlight fades and the ocean transforms into an alien world. The deep sea, a place of perpetual darkness, crushing pressure and frigid temperatures. Yet even here, life finds a way. Creatures of the deep have adapted to survive in this extreme environment. Many have evolved bioluminescence, the ability to produce their own light. Giant squid with eyes the size of dinner plates lurk in the abyss. Hydrothermal vents, fissures in the ocean floor that spew hot, mineral-rich water, support unique ecosystems. Chemosynthetic bacteria, rather than sunlight, form the base of the food chain here. The Atlantic Ocean is home to some of the largest creatures on Earth, whales. These majestic marine mammals, descendants of land-dwelling ancestors, have returned to the sea, evolving into giants. Humpback whales, known for their acrobatic displays and haunting songs, migrate thousands of miles each year. Blue whales, the largest animals ever to have lived, roam the Atlantic, their massive bodies dwarfing even the largest ships. These gentle giants, once hunted to near extinction, are slowly recovering thanks to conservation efforts. But whales face ongoing threats. Entanglement in fishing gear, ship strikes, and habitat degradation all pose challenges to their survival. Protecting these magnificent creatures is essential for the health of the ocean. The Atlantic Ocean, vast and seemingly limitless, is not immune to human impact. Pollution, overfishing, and climate change are taking their toll on this precious resource. Plastic waste, a scourge of the modern world, pollutes the Atlantic from the Arctic to the Antarctic. Overfishing, driven by demand and unsustainable practices, has depleted fish stocks, disrupting the delicate balance of the ecosystem. Climate change, driven by human activities, is warming the ocean, altering currents and causing sea levels to rise. Coral reefs are bleaching and marine species are shifting their ranges in response to these changes. We must reduce our impact, embrace sustainable practices, and protect this vital resource for generations to come. The time to act is now. The Atlantic Ocean, once a pristine wilderness, now faces a growing threat: plastic pollution. This man-made scourge has infiltrated every corner of the Atlantic, from its surface waters to its deepest trenches. Each year, millions of tons of plastic enter the Atlantic. Plastic bottles, bags, fishing nets, and microplastics now form a floating garbage patch. Marine life, mistaking plastic for food, ingest this indigestible material. Seabirds, their stomachs full of plastic, starve to death. Whales, filter-feeding giants, ingest vast quantities of microplastics, the long-term effects of which are still unknown. Reducing our reliance on single-use plastics, improving waste management, and developing innovative solutions are crucial to tackling this growing threat. For centuries, the Atlantic Ocean has provided sustenance to coastal communities. Fish, a vital source of protein, have been harvested for generations. Overfishing has pushed many fish stocks to the brink. Industrial fleets leave little chance for recovery. Sustainable practices are essential to restoring balance. The Atlantic Ocean, a vital transportation route, has borne the brunt of industrial development. Oil spills and chemical pollution threaten this fragile ecosystem. These spills release toxic substances into the marine environment. They kill marine life and contaminate coastlines. The 2010 Deepwater Horizon spill serves as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences. Climate change, driven by human activities, is already impacting the Atlantic Ocean. These changes pose a significant threat to marine life and coastal communities. The ocean is absorbing vast amounts of heat, leading to rising sea temperatures. This disrupts marine ecosystems, causing coral bleaching and altering fish migration patterns. Sea levels are rising, threatening coastal communities with erosion and flooding. Despite the challenges facing the Atlantic Ocean, there is hope. Scientists, conservationists, policymakers, and individuals are working tirelessly to protect this precious resource. Marine protected areas provide safe havens for marine life to recover and thrive. International agreements provide a framework for cooperation and action on a global scale. Public awareness campaigns and citizen science initiatives are empowering individuals to become ocean advocates. The future of the Atlantic Ocean depends on our collective efforts. The time for action is now. The Atlantic Ocean holds an irresistible allure for travelers worldwide. Its vastness and diverse coastlines provide endless opportunities for exploration. From Ireland's cliffs to the Caribbean's beaches, the Atlantic offers diverse landscapes. Surfers ride the waves along Portugal's coast. Whale watchers marvel at humpback whales breaching off New England. The Atlantic Ocean has provided sustenance to coastal communities for millennia. Fish and shellfish, a vital source of protein, have sustained generations. The Atlantic fishing industry plays a crucial role in global food security. From small-scale artisanal fishermen to large industrial fleets, the Atlantic supports a wide range of fishing operations. Each plays a role in bringing seafood to our tables. The North Atlantic has witnessed the consequences of overfishing. The collapse of the cod fishery in the 1990s reminds us of the need for sustainable fishing. Many countries are working to rebuild fish stocks and manage fisheries sustainably. Quotas, gear restrictions, and marine protected areas ensure future generations benefit from the Atlantic's bounty. The Atlantic Ocean, a vast expanse connecting continents, has long been a vital artery for global trade. Shipping lanes crisscross its waters, carrying goods, raw materials, and manufactured products between nations. The Atlantic, a maritime highway essential to the global economy. The Panama Canal, a marvel of engineering, connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, facilitating trade between East and West. Cargo ships laden with containers transit this vital waterway, shortening shipping times and reducing costs. Major ports dot the Atlantic's coastlines, serving as hubs for global commerce. Rotterdam, located at the mouth of the Rhine River, is one of the world's busiest ports, handling millions of containers each year. The Atlantic shipping industry, while vital to global trade, also faces challenges. Piracy, maritime accidents, and environmental concerns are just some of the issues that need to be addressed to ensure the safe and sustainable use of this vital waterway. The Atlantic Ocean, a vast and largely unexplored realm, holds immense potential for innovation and sustainable development. Renewable energy from the oceans, such as offshore wind and wave energy, offers a promising solution to our growing energy needs. The Atlantic, with its strong winds and powerful waves, has the potential to become a major source of clean energy. We've journeyed across the vast expanse of the Atlantic, from its sunlit surface to its mysterious depths. We've explored its hidden wonders, from vibrant coral reefs to the giants of the deep. The Atlantic, a realm of breathtaking beauty and unparalleled biodiversity. We've traced the footsteps of history, from early explorers setting sail into the unknown to the bustling trade routes that shaped nations. The Atlantic, a witness to human ambition, conflict and cultural exchange. We've confronted the challenges facing this precious resource, from the scourge of plastic pollution to the impacts of climate change. The Atlantic, a fragile ecosystem under threat from human activities, yet amidst these challenges there is hope. The resilience of nature, the ingenuity of humankind, and the growing movement to protect our oceans offer a beacon of light. The future of the Atlantic, while uncertain, is not without promise. The Atlantic Ocean, a shared resource vital to our planet, needs our protection now more than ever. Each and every one of us has a role to play in ensuring its health for generations to come. Our actions, no matter how small, can make a difference. Reduce your plastic footprint. Choose reusable alternatives to single-use plastics. Support businesses and organizations committed to reducing plastic waste. Participate in beach cleanups and spread awareness about the plastic plague. Make sustainable seafood choices. Look for the Marine Stewardship Council (MSC) label, which certifies seafood from well-managed fisheries. Reduce your consumption of overfished species and support local sustainable fishing practices. Support ocean conservation organizations. Donate your time or resources to organizations working to protect marine life, reduce pollution, and mitigate the impacts of climate change. Your contribution can make a real difference. The Atlantic Ocean, a source of life, wonder, and inspiration, connects us all. Its fate is intertwined with our own. By understanding its complexities, appreciating its beauty, and acting to protect it, we can ensure that its wonders endure for generations to come. Imagine a future where the Atlantic's waters are once again teeming with life, where plastic pollution is a distant memory, and where coastal communities thrive in harmony with the ocean. It's a future worth striving for. Let us be the generation that turns the tide on ocean degradation. Let us be the stewards of the Atlantic, ensuring that its beauty, bounty, and wonder continue to inspire awe and wonder for all time. The journey starts with each of us. The time to act is now.